Okay, I won't delay. Here's a short poem, and it is topical at the moment, I suppose. It's a poem I wrote back in 2014, and it's a poem dealing with the care homes, like Tuam and that are in the news at the moment, obviously. And the name of the poem is Catholic Honour Killings. And I was outraged, obviously, like most other people, when the story broke. And I remember, previous to that, they were talking about Muslim honour killings. It happened in England, and people were talking about it. And I said, we had Catholic honour killings, and it's a concept that we wouldn't consider as such. But to me, this is what they were. So here's the poem: Catholic honour killings. Honour killings, Irish style. This week in Tuam, the Sisters of No Mercy strike again. Not shocking news to me. I remembered the disappeared. The whispered rumours of headscarfed women. Men, cap in hand, kneeling at the door. One leg inside to avert the curse of hell. One outside to oogle the girls who fell. Bound for London or some place like Tuam. When the call to prayer rang at 6, we mumbled along, fearful not to mouth the words. Mary took the boat. She got in trouble, I heard the elders say. I knew that meant London. Ruled by shame and fear of God, they left the sod to wander like a new lost tribe. Family law, drafted by McQuaid, had a special place, said Dev, in our own Sharia. The hijab woman bowed her head in shame, awaiting to be churched. Let him without sin cast the first stone, said the book. The metaphorical stones are raining on us now. Did the Tuam babies die with original sin before the splash of holy water to languish forever in limbo? We are all in limbo now. That's it.
Thanks, Mo. Would you like to add a few words about the exhibition last year? Because I was talking earlier to Fran.
Oh, yes.
And she's no longer here, but she remembered it.
Yes, the poem was included in an exhibit in that went around Ireland and here in Cork in the Alamax in UCC. And the exhibit was different pieces of art, painting, sculpture, depicting an artist's depiction of the home in Tuam. And it went on for a week. It was well received. It was written up in the Irish Times. And it was Margaret actually put me in touch with Alison O'Reilly from hearing me recite this poem in O'Vale one night. And so I was very honoured to have the poem included in the exhibit. And so that's it. And I will say, getting back to the poem, when I wrote that poem in 2014, I got a bit of flack about it as well. People thought it was a bit strong at the time, but times have changed in the intervening years, and people generally don't feel that way anywhere. I've noticed. So, and I just caught the tail end of Brendan's poem there, wonderful, and the last story I heard was really inspiring too. And so there's a lot of people left here tonight, so I'll leave it at that. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul. Lauren, you're up next. Lauren O'Donovan.
Sure, thank you very much. So this is my spookiest and scariest poem. It's also a found poem, so it was from a transcript. So I arranged the words, but none of the words are actually mine. So here we go. It's China's fault. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thank you all for being here. The audience has promised to remain silent. No cheers, boos, or other interruptions. On behalf of the voters, I ask you to please speak one at a time. And so with that, if you're ready, let's start. We will begin with the fight against the virus. Please be specific. How would you lead the crisis? This horrible disease came from China. We're fighting it and we're fighting it hard. Spikes and surges, soon gone. It's coming, it's ready, it's going to be announced. Operation Warp Speed. We have a problem. That's a worldwide problem. This is a worldwide problem. It will go away. We're rounding the turn, we're rounding the corner. It's going away. 200,000 dead. There are 1,000 deaths a day now, 1,000 deaths a day. Another 200,000 dead between now and the end of the year. If we just wore those masks, we can save lives. Absolutely tragic. This is the same fellow who said, this is going to end by Easter. The same fellow who said, we're going to end this by summer. I will take care of this. I will end this. I will make sure we have a plan. We're going into a dark winter, a dark winter. I don't think we're going to have a dark winter. Every single move he said we should make, that's what we've done. We've done all of it. 99.9% of young people recover, 99% of people recover. We have to recover. We can't close up our nation, or you're not going to have a nation. He says we're learning to live with it. People are learning to die with it. Your home will have an empty chair at the kitchen table this morning. That man or wife tonight reaching to try to touch out of habit where his wife or husband was gone. Learning to live with it, come on, you're dying with it. You say, I take no responsibility. I take full responsibility. It's China's fault. Same fellow who said, don't worry, it's going to go away. It'll be gone by Easter. Don't worry, warm weather. Don't worry, inject bleach. We're about to lose 200,000 more people. I didn't say either of those things. You certainly did. You certainly did. The cost of shutdowns, the impact on the economy, the higher rates of hunger, depression, domestic and substance abuse outweigh the risk of exposure. Shut down the virus, not the country. He should, instead of in a sand trap at his golf course, he should give the people the capacity to do it safely, a lot of money, ventilation systems, smaller classes, more teachers, more. We're not going to have a country, can't keep this country closed. This is a massive country. People are losing their jobs, they're committing suicide. There's depression, alcohol, drugs at a level nobody's ever seen before. There's abuse, tremendous abuse. We have to open our country. The cure cannot be worse than the problem. It's a ghost town, businesses with no money, businesses are dying. It was vibrant, it's dying, everyone's leaving. Blue, red, killed financially, sell short. You bring up, you shouldn't bring up. You're the one that takes the money from. We don't need money. We have plenty of money. All right, gentlemen, we're going to move on. Thank you both. Don't forget to vote. Thank you.
Lauren, I'm so delighted you were able to get here for that.
Thanks, Margaret. I'm sorry for being late, everyone. I'm back up for college and I was working on a deadline. I was so sad not to be here earlier. I'll catch it on YouTube.
Oh, great. Well, I'm delighted you were able to make the tail end of it anyway, to get you in. Now, there are two matters of note on the chat, and if anyone has any news about any groups they're in, put them into the chat, and you can save the chat by clicking on the three dots at the bottom right-hand corner.